to do its thing. I'm waiting for Instagram to do its thing. And no, I don't want to add a link. There's no links for this one today. Okay, Facebook has caught up. Lovely. Now I'm waiting for Instagram. There we go. Go live. Okie dokie. So, for those of you who are here super duper early, can you let me know if you can hear me okay and if you can see me okay? I'm just setting myself up for comments and all that good stuff. So let me know. Can you hear me okay? And can you see me okay? According to my end, you should be able to, but you never know what Meta is doing a little something. So today, guess what we're talking about? Today, we are talking about Christmas. We are talking about the holidays. We are talking about November and December, otherwise known as the time of year where I've seen many shops, and I've worked also in many shops that literally get up to 40% of their yearly revenue in November, December. So that's crazy. That is just absolutely insane. The fact that we need to be really good at prepping ourselves for Christmas. And that is exactly what we are going to be talking about today. Okay. Now, those sales depend on what you do in terms of prep. And something that I've seen over and over again is that the earlier you begin planning, the more thought that you put into it, the better. Now, also bear in mind that I'm not just talking about like December, Christmassy season. I'm also talking about Black Friday. I'm also talking about November. November, otherwise now known as the deals month. That is where everyone is on the lookout for some kind of discount, right? So it's always a good idea to start prepping as early as you possibly can, okay? And here is why. Let me just zoom in a little bit here, okay? So I've got a little like yearly calendar thing. Basically what I've written on screen is you've got January, February, March, April, Now, this is, I'm going to put like a little pound symbol here. These are the, what have I done here? There we go. So these are the 2 months where you could make up to 40% of your yearly revenue. And even if it's not that number, I think we can all agree that actually like a lot of our sales are coming from the latter end of Q4. Okay, now if you don't know what the Q4 is, we have Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. So Q4 basically just means it includes October as well, okay? And also as well, what you have to think about is that it's winter. There's nothing really going on, all right? You have Halloween, you know, you have Thanksgiving, but in terms of like the summer, when no one is really online, everyone's kind of doing their own thing, holidays, kids being off, all that sort of stuff, pretty well. Q4 is when it's time to like turn it on. It's time to be like, right, we need to knuckle down here, okay? So I'd love for you to let me know in the comments, have you started thinking about Christmas yet? Or are you like, Christmas, holidays, Q4, nah, it's still the summer. I'm still like, you know, in my shorts and my t-shirts and doing my sun cream and all that kind of stuff. Let me know kind of like what your thoughts are. So we have up to 40% of our yearly revenue here, okay? However, the reason why I want you to start thinking about planning now is this, okay? So you want all of your Christmas items done, dusted by here, okay? That's the end of October. Now, if you haven't started thinking, loads of you are like, no, I haven't started thinking about Christmas yet. If you haven't started, the next couple of weeks over at Handmade Bosses is going to be like, let's talk about the holidays. Let's talk about Christmas time, okay? So please do not worry. I'm going to coach you through this. This live is going to be very helpful. So stick around. So please do not worry, all right? So you need your Xmas. Oh, why can't I write today? Xmas products here, like done by the end of use your words, Steph. Of October, the end of October. Okay. It's the weekend. It's Monday morning. My brain's like, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so the end of October. Why can't I say that word today? The end of October. Why is that such a hard? My ADHD brain is like, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so the end of October, we did it, is when you want your Christmas products done, dusted, listed, finished, totally done. No more tweaking, no more changing, nothing. Now, I'm not just talking about Etsy. I'm also talking about if you sell on your own website as well. Main reason being is that it takes between 30 to 90 days for your products to be indexed, for your products to be explored by potential people looking for them, and for the algorithms that be, whether it be Google, whether it be Etsy, to kind of figure out where your listing deserves to be in the search results, okay? So we have 30, 60, 90, all right? So obviously that brings us to August, all right? That's why I'm talking about Christmas now, because we really want to know the extent of our prep, how we're going to be thinking about things. We also just really want to be making sure that generally within our businesses, we want to be working 3 to 4 months like ahead, okay? So that means, let's give another example. Let's say we are talking about, let's say like Mother's Day, all right? So we have Mother's Day here for the UK. If you're in the US, yours is in May. Let's say you have Mother's Day here. You want to be working 1, 2, 3 months ahead. So you want to be, oh my God, this iPad is really annoying me. You want to be figuring out your Mother's Day stuff. And when I say stuff, I mean promotions, I mean new products, I mean keywords, I mean imagery, I mean graphics, all those things way back in December. All right. So does this make sense? Is this helpful? I really want to like draw it out just so we can visually see why on earth we are talking about Christmas in August. HO2 Creation says, hi Steph, I'm thinking about Christmas but struggling to figure out where to start with planning. Do not worry, I have got you. We are all here. If you're watching on Facebook, can you leave me like a little comment just to see? I just want to make sure the comments are working on Facebook. Instagram, they're great, they're fine. Facebook, they're a little bit quiet. I just want to know whether that's because no one's commented or whether because we're all still waking up or whether there's actually something wrong with it, because that I would like to know. So that is why the sales might happen here, but we want to be planning here, okay? This is why we are talking about Christmas prep in August, all right? So now I want to go through a few practical things for us to do or to start thinking about over the next 2 to 3 weeks, okay? And the reason why I've said 2 to 3 weeks is because I'm acutely aware that we're all a little bit busy, that we've got stuff going on. It's the summer. So please don't think I mean do this today. It's things to keep in mind, all right? Now, before I get into this, I also want to do like a little pre-tip here. And that is, I want you to think about last year. If you were active last year during Christmas time, I want you to think about that. And I want you to write a list. I'm going to put here, list, important. I want you to write a list. And if you haven't done this, I think it's a thing that you should start doing from this Christmas onwards, because I do. It's a thing where when you're in the thick of it, you're writing observations. You're basically saying, in week 2 of December, I'm feeling this, or in week 3, I'm running out of this, or I'm feeling this, or I'm doing this. It's basically like almost like a little running journal, just like bullet points, nothing crazy. But it's just for you to be able to look back on and kind of go, okay, I need to change something for next year or for this year. So I actually would like you to like retroactively think about it. Think about last year. Think about what are the top 3 things that you, let me just zoom in, make it a wee bit bigger. there we go, that you would want to change, that you thought maybe you did this way and maybe you'd want to change it. Maybe it's like not ordering enough stock. Maybe you want to pre-create your boxes. Maybe you want to, I don't know, just list like your top 3 things that you want to change. This is like task 1A. Okay. I really just wanted to mention that because I am aware that it's definitely something that we just do not do. Hi, Tanya. Yep, I'm here. Yes. Suzanne, I'm just finishing my drawings for Christmas. Is bringing out products too early a thing? If I brought out Mother's Day products today, is it a bad thing? So it's not necessarily a bad thing. Let me just go back up to my little drawing here. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but what you're kind of battling against is this notion of, is it too early for people to be searching for that product and for the algorithm, Etsy, Google, whatever, to get enough people, to get enough traffic in to basically see how people are interacting with it. You know, like let's say you put your Mother's Day products in like now, like here. I'm trying to think of a way to do this right, like here, okay? You are not going to get anyone searching Mother's Day stuff here, and I think it's like at the beginning of May for the state, so like here, okay? So what you risk is your listing kind of being unfairly judged on not enough traffic. So that's why I'm always specifically saying 3 to 4 months ahead, because it's enough time that people are geared up, starting to think about it. Let's be honest, people are buying Christmas stuff early September. So the fact of it is that we're not like shooting ourselves in the foot here, because we know that people are already searching. But if we were to list Christmas products in like May, then I'd be going, okay, that might be a little bit early. Now, that's one reason. The other reason is that we don't know what the search trends are like more than 4 months ahead of time. So we don't actually know what those trends and all that kind of thing is actually going to be. Trends matter because we want to be aware of them. Now, I'm not necessarily saying, hey, we need to be doing them. We need to be like creating products specifically for those trends, because that's not what we're all about. We're all about keeping things simple, keeping things easy. But if there's a trending search term that actually fits in with one of your existing products, you want to be aware of that when you're doing this whole Christmas prep thing. So there's kind of 2 reasons why you don't want to be doing it too early, Gary, and that's those main 2 things. Hi Helen, just taking notes. No, you're fine. I just wanted to make sure it was like working, because I was nervous about it and I was thinking, is Facebook broke? Martin says, finished Halloween cards last month, now working on Christmas cards. Lovely. That's what I like to see. Okay, so number 1 or 1A is to create your list. Okay. Now, let's just call this number 2. Number 2, okay? So let's get rid of that 1A because it's now called number 1. Let's do that number 2, okay? So number 2, this is going to sound crazy. I'm very aware of how this is going to sound, and you're going to be like, what? I don't know that. That's way too early. Bear with. I want you to start thinking about your cutoff date, okay? Now, you can do this. Sometimes your shipping carrier actually releases the last posting dates really, really early. Royal Mail tend to do it around September time, sometimes even October time. But what you can do is you can literally Google, for example, Royal Mail last posting dates 2025, 2024, 2023. And to be honest, you can get a pretty good view of, okay, it's going to be the 21st of December. It's going to be the 18th for like second class. It's going to be the 1st for like international. It's going to be da-da-da-da-da. So to be honest with you, you don't actually need Royal Mail or whoever, USPS, FedEx, to give you their like official dates. You can actually like work it out yourself, which is what I recommend you do. When is the latest that you can safely take an order? Okay, so let's say I'm just going to draw a real janky scuffed calendar. I don't even know if it's got 30 days in it, but bear with. And let's say that your last posting day is here. And that's when Royal Mail have like deemed that that's their last posting day. Okay. What you want to do is you want to add buffers. Now, I've been teaching this for years. If there's any like OG members here, let me know if you remember me doing the Christmas prep course like 2, 3, 4 years ago, where every single day there was like something for you to do. Okay. Newsflash, I'm basically coming out with something like that next week, and it's just going to be awesome. But who remembers that? Because I remember this specific graphic, this specific thing, all the way from them. Now, you want to add buffers, okay? The reason is that there might be a snowing, there might be a storm, your car might break, you might get poorly. Don't forget, coughs and colds are all floating around at that time of year. Number 5, you might have like a family emergency. Number 6, you might just get burnt out. So actually, I like to put a good buffer. Now, what I like to do is I like to look at the last posting day, and I'm like, okay, I know it's going to take 2 to 3 days for me to even create an order. Okay. So straight away, I'm going 1, 2, 3 back. Okay. So then that is there. But then I'm also looking at this and I'm going, okay, well, it takes me 2 to 3 working days, and that's working days as well, to create an order. And actually now I'm thinking that I need like a just in case buffer. Like I said, if you get snowed in, car, health, emergency, burnout, all that sort of stuff. So then I go, okay, the worst case, let's say that we had like really bad weather. I know that can stick around for 4 to 5 days. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then my buffer and my last posting date then becomes here. Okay. So that's pretty much what I want you to do. Is I want you to start thinking about your last posting day, and I want you to start really looking at this and going, I need to be a little bit kinder to myself. Okay. Now, also the reason that we are talking about this is because let's say your last posting day is the 12th of December, the 15th of December, whatever. You actually, going back here, you actually only have half of December to get your orders in. So actually, we only have here, here, and here to make a decent amount of prep. So that's why it's really important to know roughly, I'm not saying like exact dates, but know roughly when your last posting day is. Booted by Laura, that's when I joined the HBSA. Yeah, do you remember that? We used to have like those lives and stuff where we used to do Christmas prep together. That's crazy, right? So you also want to be aware of how long does one order take? What if 5 orders arrive together? That's another thing, or 10 or 20 or 50, whatever. How much delivery time do you need is another thing, is another buffer to put on top. So Royal Mail says it's the 21st of December. No, it's not. It's not. You need to add like another 2 to 3 day buffer on that, because if someone's ordering it for a Christmas gift and they get it late, you know that's coming back onto you. That's going to be a 1-star review for you, even though Royal Mail, that's when they said their last date was, and here we are, right? So the key point here is don't use the last date technically possible. Use the date that you can deliver without spending December running around like a headless chicken. All right. Now, the third thing, a little sip of water. Is this all making sense, guys? Let me know. Just put yes. You don't have to put like a long comment. Just put yes if this has all made sense so far. And also, has it made sense why we're talking about Christmas now? Literally whilst I'm wearing sunscreen, shorts, and not having any hot drinks because it's too hot. Speaking of which, we have a heat wave. I say heat wave, a hot day today. It's going to get up to like 31 here. So I'm very glad that I did this live at 10, because at 1 p.m. you would have got like the very faint, like sweaty version of Steph, and it wouldn't have been good. Yes, got lots of yeses. Lovely. All right. So number 3 is pick your 3 to 5. Now, when I say 3 to 5, here is what I mean. I don't actually want you or maybe I should rephrase that. You don't need to create new products for any occasion, really, okay? Because what the case is that most handmade business owners have products that they can actually kind of reshape and repurpose into Christmas products, Mother's Day, Halloween at a push, okay? So what I want you to do is that if you're looking at this and thinking, do I want to create new products like Santa themed or star themed or snow themed that potentially I could be left with after mid-December and have to wait a whole 10 months before I can even think about listing those things again? By that time, it might be, I might have changed my products a little bit. I might have changed my branding. Things might have changed by then, okay? You do not need to have new products created all the time. Instead, what I want you to think about is products that are best sellers, products that get views, products that get sales. And those are the top 3 things. But if you haven't got any of those, I want you to think about products that you can bundle into a gift set. And I want you, actually, no, let's just leave it at that. Let's not over complicate this. Let's do products that sell well for you, products that get views, products that get sales, and at a push, if you can't do any of those, products that you can bundle together into a gift set, okay? Now, what I then want you to do is I want you to do this exercise, okay, for your 3 to 5 that you've chosen. And it might be in your head. You might be sat there now thinking, yeah, I've kind of got a bit of a rough idea. Because what we want is we want Christmassy products, basically our Christmas hero products, the Christmas products that we are going to push, that when we are saying to people over social media, over email, whatever, that these are the products that you need to buy for Christmas gifts, something like that. Let's be honest, Christmas gifts is the number 1 export of Q4. We want products that do 4 things, okay? People want them. Easy to fulfill. Hopefully you can read my handwriting. Sorry if you can't. Profit is good. Easy to gift. So pretty well, I want your 3 to 5 to be filtered through these 4 things. People want it, aka they sell well for you, they get views, they get favorites. Now, if you can't do this for whatever reason, maybe you're new, maybe you haven't had any sales yet, that's fine. You can skip that first box. But I want you to golly, make sure that those other 3, you're actually ticking them and going, yes, okay? But if you can do, go back, if you can do all 4 boxes here, then I want you to make sure that you do that, okay? So you want to basically pick your 3 to 5. Does that make sense? You want to pick your 3 to 5 products that they're just going to be easy. It's going to be easy for you to turn those into something that's going to be giftable. Now, notice here, I'm not saying we need to turn it into a snowman version. We need to turn it into a Christmas star version. We don't. We honestly don't. The funny thing is that the products that have always sold best for me and my students have not always necessarily been Christmas specific products. It can be at times, and I completely get that maybe you have Christmassy designs that you want to do, but if you don't, and if you're thinking, I don't have the money to, I don't have the capacity to, I don't have the energy to, then you don't have to, all right? So then what I want you to do, and this is kind of 3B, but I'm going to call it 4, is I want you to make a copy of each of those listings only after they've been through this 4 box filtering method. And I want you to give them an SEO hat. Specifically, hang on. Oh no. Specifically, a Xmas SEO hat, meaning I want you to make a copy of those three to five, one copy each. And I want you to update your photos. Let me write this down. Feel free to take a screenshot at any point. Your photos, your titles, your tags. I'm going to explain a little bit more. Your descriptions. And that's it. Okay. So basically, from your Xmas SEO hat, I want you to make a copy of each of your 3 to 5. All right. And I want you to look at your photos first off. Okay. Add one festive thumbnail or gift style image, like show it in gift wrapped with like boxes or I don't know, something like that, like a Christmas stamp on it, tissue paper, ribbon, all that sort of stuff. I want you to also make sure to keep the product clear, simple, and easy to see. I don't want to see product thumbnail images that are like glitter galore and ribbon this, and I just want you to keep it simple, but give it a little bit of a Christmas twist, okay? Now, your titles, I want you to think of the buyer that someone would buy, the gift recipient that the buyer would buy it for. Don't know why my brain was like the buyer, but it's not the buyer, is it? Because the buyer is buying it for someone who's receiving the gift. So I want you to think about the gift recipient, all right? And then I want you to reverse engineer that and then think about the buyer. What is the buyer typing into the search bar, Google, Etsy, Amazon, wherever, to find a product like yours, okay? So if it's like a teacher Christmas gift, put that in your title. If it's a personalized birthstone new home gift, I want you to put that in your title. Like, I want you to make sure that you're thinking about the person that's actually buying it and then figure out what words they are going to be using. Does that make sense? Then I want you to think about your tags. Similar thing, but I want you to add relevant and gift festive focus keywords, okay, that you want to make sure to put in your tags, okay? And I want you to only choose terms that genuinely fit the product. I don't want to see Christmas, that's one tag. Gift, that's another tag. Like, I don't want to see that. One word tags are such a waste. You don't want to be doing that. Literally, like, no. Then I want you to look at your descriptions. Now, the reason why we are paying much more attention these days to descriptions across the board, again, whether you're on your own website, whether you're on Etsy, is because Google reads these. We want these to be keyworded, but we also want them to convert the people who are reading them. A year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we might have been going, yeah, your description, it does matter, but not so. No, these days, your description is so important. I would be treating it with the same importance as you do your title and your tags, okay? Because your Etsy listings are actually listed and crawled from Google, and they're listed on Google Shopping, all that sort of stuff. So you want to appease Google as well, all right? That's probably where, like, if you're looking to get more traffic, Google is a massive, massive player in that, okay? So I want you to explain in your description who it would make a good gift for. I want you to mention gift wrap, personalization, whether like people can send it directly to them. And I also want you to make your making time, shipping time, delivery times very, very clear as well. I'm not saying have like a whole thing in your description, but even just a little tiny thing of like, I don't know, ship directly to them within just 3 days or 5 days or whatever. Does that make sense? So, important thing here that I want to mention again, your Christmas SEO hat, you are making a copy of one of your 3 to 5. You do not ever want to be making changes to a listing that is selling well for you already. Why? Because then it resets everything, okay? Whether it's on Etsy, Google, whatever. You do not want to start ripping apart a listing that is doing well, all right? Because you just want to be making sure that you are leaving what's working to continue working. That's why I'm saying create a copy. And that's why I'm saying do it over the next 4 weeks, because then it gives it a chance to be indexed, crawled, people to see how they like it. You still have time to make tweaks, basically, if you do this stuff like soonish. Ah, lovely. Right. So let me just check the comments real quick. I've been yapping on. I'd make Christmas stickers for people to stick on Christmas gifts to X from X. Got it. What kind of title would I have? It's not an actual gift for someone else. So that is definitely something to research. I would, and if you're in the HBSA, I do actually teach like in depth how to do this. But what I would do is I would start off with going to the place where you're actually going to sell it. If you sell on your own website, go to Google. If you sell on Etsy, go to the Etsy search bar. Start typing in stuff and then see what comes down. You know, like in that little drop down box that comes down as you're typing. Do that and try that. Okay, that's where you should always start doing keyword research. I've been asked so many times, like, do I just use eRank? Do I just use this? Do I just use Alora? Short answer is I wouldn't just use any of those tools, to be quite frank. There's a reason why I don't do sponsorships, and I'm not employed, I'm not paid, I'm not getting a kickback in any way, shape, or form from any Etsy tool, website tool, any of that, is so that I can give you my complete and unbiased honest opinion. And my complete and unbiased honest opinion is you can pretty much do a decent chunk of your SEO research with Google, with Pinterest, with Etsy search bar, and with a Google Chrome keyword plugin. It's called Keywords Everywhere. It is a paid thing, but it's like $12 for like 100,000 credits or something crazy like that. That's a really good paid tool that I like, because it gives you the search terms across a lot of different search bars, like Amazon. You can use it for eBay. You can use it for, like, it is really, really good. So yes, that's what I would recommend. Okay, so basically, what I'm saying throughout this whole thing, I mean, oh, crying out loud, it's blimmin' iPad. It's so annoying. Is I don't want you to wait until December and then panic post. I don't want you to start thinking about any of this October, November. I want you to start thinking about these things like now. All right. So next week, from Monday until Thursday, I think it's, is it until Friday? No, it's Monday till Friday. So it's from the 10th. I've got my little calendar here. It's from the 10th until the 14th. I actually do have a Christmas prep resource for you. Let me just go and grab it. Let me just see if I can do my screen share here. Okay, so this course that you see on the screen is going to be half price. Oh, let me just move that out of the way. There we go. It's going to be half price from Monday the 10th until Friday the 14th. Now, before you go, oh yeah, the course, whatever, it's literally called Get Your Shop Ready for the Holidays in One Weekend. It's everything you need to get your shop Christmas ready in like 2 days or less. It's going to be half price. Don't buy it now. Like, I'm telling you, don't buy it now. I think it's like £74 or £75 from Monday the 10th until Friday the 14th next week. It's going to be half price. So if you value your time and you're like, I don't want to be guessing what to do, because I've only given you like 4 things. There's a bunch of other things that you need to do as well. I've only given you like 4 things to start thinking about. There's a whole massive other stuff that we need to do to get your shop ready. All right. So this is something for you guys to have a little think about. Next Monday to next Friday, 10th to the 14th, it's going to be half price. So keep an eye out on your inbox. Keep an eye out in this group. Keep an eye out on Instagram, wherever you are. Okay, keep an eye out, because this is literally going to walk you through step by step videos, the whole lot. Let me show you videos. I'm going to be walking you through exactly how to do this the right way. So I just really wanted to like mention that, because if you're sat there now thinking, oh my God, I don't know, like I can't, then I've literally got you covered, and we can get this done in one weekend or less. So literally by the 15th of August, 16th of August, you could have this done, dusted, sorted, ticked off. And then you know that when you're thinking about this graphic and you're thinking about, yeah, when Steph said that up to 40% of my sales is going to come November, December, when you're thinking about that, you can then go, well, no, I'm good. I've put everything I need to into place. I've given myself the best freaking chance of being able to get those sales in November, December, even October as well. Like I said, people do start buying early. So the key point here is you don't need to be doing anything crazy, but the key point here is to spend your time doing the right things. And that is exactly what that course is going to help you to do. It's going to be half price from the 10th to the 14th of August. That's next week. So keep an eye out on Instagram, keep an eye out on Facebook, keep an eye out on your inbox, and I will let you know when that is live. But guys, for now, thank you so much for joining me. I really hope this has been helpful. I will be live, same time, same places next week to talk about Christmas a little bit more. And also next Monday when the course is open and it's half price. So my loves, thank you so much. And I